Hey, what's up guys? Diego here from EliteGamerBros, and today I bring you a new episode of No Shift, a series in which I try my best to do well in the game without running. Basically, I disable shift, which I haven't done yet, but I try my best not to use it, and I do pretty well. I pretty much never used it throughout the entire game, and I did pretty good, not gonna lie. The match was pretty long because I've given up on searching for servers that have less than 200% tickets. It's nearly impossible to find a populated server nowadays, at least on PC, that doesn't have more than 200% ticket count. But it came out pretty good. I chopped it up so you guys can see most of the action. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is I wanted to share a little story, a little childhood memory. And as many of you know, I was born and spent most of my childhood in Brazil. I lived in a pretty poor neighborhood, or as Brazilians like to call it, a middle-class area. It was considered a middle-class area because we had at least one paved road, which really, by American standards, was really just a small shared driveway. And we had at least one neighbor with a house phone that wasn't a payphone. And if you didn't have a house phone in Brazil, people would ask, so what's your payphone number? Or is there somebody in your neighborhood I can call? Yeah, that's Brazil for you. Anyways, growing up was it was rough, man. One Sunday morning, and this is what I want to talk to you guys about. When I was about 6, my mother left my brother and I watching this charcoal grill she had just lit. While she went to answer a phone call at the neighbor's house, of course. And this happened right after church. The same church, by the way, we went to every goddamn night of the week, except on Fridays, and twice on Sundays, probably to make up for all the sins committed the Friday night. I know what you're thinking, Jesus Christ, what satanic cult were you part of that made you go to church 7 times a week? Well, let me just tell you a little truth I've discovered about Christianity. Christianity comes in many different flavors, and the one I grew up with just happened to be chocolate-flavored shit topped with some rainbow-colored sprinkles. That's how I describe it. My mother, she's always praying extra hard for me. I'll just leave it at that. Anyways, like any other hot summer day with no AC, my brother and I were dressed down to our Mr. White tidy whities and playing around the grill when we noticed the fire was about to go out. So my brother gets this brilliant idea to fucking bottle feed this newborn baby fire some rubbing alcohol, and somehow the alcohol bottle goes all Molotov cocktail for Mother Russia on us and explodes into this ball of fire. And let me just paint this picture for you. You know how in cartoons, when a character is on fire, he runs around screaming with his arms swinging in the air, ah, 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 and eventually he stops, drops, and rolls? I was a high-pitched version of that, just ah, ah, ah. A little bit more high-pitched. But you get the picture. I love my mother, but she's always been a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, in a way. And on the weekends, she would lock my brother and I inside the house to keep us from interacting with the quote-unquote bad kids, drug dealers of the neighborhood. You see where this is going. So it's the weekend, and we're locked inside the house. So after running 2 flights of stairs with second-degree burn on 80% of my body, I stood at the only exit to my house, banging on this locked, thanks mom, metal gate and screaming like some criminal about to get raped by this diesel-looking cellmate. And that's when my grandma stepped into the picture. My grandma lived right next door. She finally comes to the rescue. So I thought, anyways. Don't get me wrong. I love my grandma. May she rest in peace. But her computer, her brain, was definitely behind on a few updates. After she finds out what happened, she immediately pulls out like the bucket of butter and starts rubbing it all over me. And of course, no one was smart enough to doubt the wealth of wisdom my grandma seemed to possess. So I was taken to the hospital looking like some malnourished professional bodybuilder, all shiny and shit. I get to the hospital, and after we tell the doctor what happened. He had this confused look on his face, like he's Dr. House trying to solve a mysterious sickness, and he finally breaks his silence with, "Does your grandma not like you or something?" I actually Googled this recently. I Googled, is it a good idea to spread butter on burns? And the first result, I kid you not, the first result is 7 first aid you should never use. And here's what the website says. Butter actually hold in the heat, causing the burn to become worse, and it increases your chances of infection. Now you know. You're welcome. My grandma had 10 kids that survived anyways. 9 boys and 1 girl. And well, I won't get into that. This video has been going on for 6 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay and this story. Let me know if you guys want to hear any more stories from my childhood. The joke in my neighborhood was that I was a cat with 9 lives because so many bad shit happened to me, and I somehow survived and pushed forward. Anyways, you know, let me know what you guys think in the comment below, and I'll see you all next time.